Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to today's EVS class. Children, in the previous class, we have started a new chapter. That is Unit 4, and the title of the chapter is We Are For You. So, we are for you. So, who is telling that we are for you here? Plants and trees, isn't it? So, plants and trees are telling that we are for you. So, because we are all, we means here humans. Humans are all depending on plants for most of the things what we use in our daily life, children. For that things we depends on plants and trees. Whatever, most of the things, keep it in your mind, children. Most of the things what we use in our daily lives, all the things we get from plants or trees. So that's why our life is depending on plants and trees. So most of the things, most of the things what we use in our everyday day-to-day life, all these things we get from plants and trees. So in this chapter, the plants and trees are telling that we are for you. So it means you can use any parts of our plants or trees for your use, isn't it? So we use each and every part of a plant, isn't it? So what first we learn about what are the things we get from plants and trees. So what are the things, children, we get from plants or trees? We get fruits, vegetables, isn't it? We get fruits, vegetables, then we get pulses, fruits, vegetables, pulses, cereals, food grains. We get fruits, vegetables, pulses, cereals, food grains, green leaves, spices. Then what are the things we get from plants and trees, children? We get fruits, vegetables, pulses, food grains, spices, then oil, isn't it? Then oil, then coil, medicines, so then manure, so medicines, manure, food grains, spices, then rubber, gum, nuts, etc. All these things, paper and gum, paper, etc. Then here also we get wood, gum, paper, wood, firewood, etc. from plants and trees. All these things we get from plants and trees. All these things we get from plants and trees. So what are the things I have written here? So all these things we get from plants and trees. So in our day-to-day life, in every day, whatever all these things we use in our daily life. So that's why at the beginning only I told you, children. So we depend on the plants for most of the things. So our life is depending on plants and trees for most of the things. So all these things, whatever I told you here, I have written in the board. All these things we get from plants and trees, and we use all these things in our day-to-day life, in our daily life, isn't it? So we need fruits, we need vegetables, pulses, cereals, food grains, green leaves, spices, oil, coil, nuts, medicines, manure, rubber, gum, paper, wood for constructing the house or making furniture. Then firewood to light the fires, isn't it? So all these things we get from plants and trees only. So that's why our life is depending on plants and trees. So all these things we get from different part of a plant. Isn't it? I already taught you in the previous lessons. So then flowers. So we also get flowers, fruits, vegetables, leaves, etc. Everything from. So you can write flowers also here. all these things we get from plants and trees. And we have finished the textbook activities also. So I already told you, from different part of a plant we get different things. So for example, so from root part of a plant we get different vegetables. From stem part of a plant we get different vegetables. From flower part of a plant we get different vegetables. From fruit part of a plant we get different fruits. Isn't it like each and every part of plant is useful for us children. So we use each and every part of a plant for different purpose. So we can also prepare a menu from the plant by collecting the dry leaves. After falling the leaves on the ground it will dry now. So from that dry leaves we can make a menu we use for growing crops, natural menu. Okay. So and we can get medicines. So medicine is there are some medicinal plants also there. So from which plants? From that plants we prepare medicines like neem plant, lemon, mint, tulsi, pepper. All these plants are medicinal plants. So from these plants we can make up medicines like to treat small diseases like cough, cold, etc. etc. Okay. So these are called medicines. From some plants also, trees also we can make a medicines like neem. Neem means baby love. So neem, tulsi, mint, lemon, even ginger also were used to prepare medicines. Then turmeric, arshana. So turmeric, then even cloves, lavanga, cinnamon, chakki. So these are also were used to make medicines, to prepare medicine. For today in our life, so nowadays we are making a kashaya. So by using different mint, tulsi, pepper, ginger, cinnamon means chakki, cloves, turmeric, jaggery, isn't it? So like that we use some medicines, prepare some medicine by using different parts of a plant. So for treating a small diseases like cold, cough, throat infections like that. Okay children? Yes. Next I already told you about the flowers. So we get different types of flowers from plants. So there are colorful varieties of plants we get from. So varieties of flowers we get from plants. And why we use these flowers children? We use flowers for decoration purpose, during festivals, during marriages or some other occasions, to decorate our house. For decoration purpose we use flowers, or to wear ourselves, isn't it? Your mama will wear flowers to look beautiful. If you want to look beautiful, if you want to look beautiful, gorgeous, we use flowers, we wear flowers on our head, isn't it? So during marriages or during some functions, occasions, birthday parties, festivals, we use different varieties of flowers to decorate our house. So not only for decoration purpose, even for other purpose also flowers were used. So as already told you in the previous class, flowers were used for the fragrance, for making it perfumes. For the fragrance, they use flowers in making perfumes, and then agarbattis also they were used, and to make a gulkan, so which we used to eat with bread or chapati. That gulkan were made of what roses. Okay, rose petals were used to make a gulkan. Okay, so for many purposes were agarbattis, then perfumes, coconut oils. So for other purpose also flowers were used for that fragrance. So flower is a food of one insect, honeybee. So honeybee is for honeybee, flower is a food. Okay, because in flower the honeybee suck the nectars from the flowers. So honeybee. So that's why. So flower is a food of honeybee, because honeybee suck the nectar from the flower. From that nectar they will prepare a honey. So you have seen when you go to a flower garden, so many honeybees you will find in a flower garden, because that is a food for flower, is a food for honeybees. So they will suck the nectars from flowers, and from that nectar they will prepare a aromatic and prepare a honey. So we find varieties of colorful of flowers. So every flower doesn't give a fragrance, isn't it? Like flowers like jasmine, champak or sampigi, isn't it? So jaji, so jasmine, such flowers, some flowers will give nice fragrance. So for fragrance only, flowers were used in turmeric powder. So what we use, body powder, face powder, body powder. So for making the perfumes, agarbattis, some other purpose also the flowers were used. So then I already told you about the medicinal plants. So if you ask your elders, like your grandparents, or if you are having your great grandparents, ask your even parents also which plants were used for medicines. So which plants in your house are used for medicine? So already told you, we use lemon. So then mint. Tulsi, mint means pudina. Tulsi, neem. So ginger, pepper, betel nut. So there are so many plants. From that plants we prepare medicines to treat some small diseases, not a big diseases. Some small diseases like cough, cold. So then for skin allergies also we use. I already told you in the previous class. So in what during bathing children, so we can put some neem leaves into the bucket of water. Then you can take that water for bathing, because from that water your skin allergy will lose. Okay. So for so many purposes also we use it to make some what we call cream also we used. So the turmeric also we apply on the face, isn't it? So if there is a skin allergy or pimples or some other diseases, skin diseases, turmeric would also used as a medicines. So in our kitchen only you will find so many things like pepper, cloves, cardamom also we use, then cinnamon, so turmeric, all this ginger, mint, tulsi, all these are called as a medicinal plant. So next, so we get all these things from plants and trees, isn't it? So plants is needed for animals and birds also. Not only it is for human children, so plants and animals, even for animals and birds also need plants. For what purpose plants is? Birds and animals need plants children? Can you tell me why animals and birds need plants and trees? So why human needs plants and trees? You know this is, isn't it? So not only humans children, other living beings also need, like animals, birds, insects also need plants and trees. Why animals and plants? Why animals and birds need plants and trees children? Animals and birds need trees, plants and trees for food and shelter. For food and shelter. So for food and shelter. Isn't it children? So animals and birds need plants and trees for food and shelter. So there are some animals children which eat food, which eat plants as a food. So only plant eating animals are there. So herbivorous animals we call that animals. So ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಬರೀ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಂದ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಇಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತದನ್ನು ನಾವು herbivorous animals ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So the animals which eat only plants and the products obtained from plants are called as herbivorous animals. So even plants and birds also need, animals and birds also need plants and trees for food and shelter. Shelter means, what do you mean by shelter children? What do you mean by shelter? Place to stay, isn't it? So place to stay. Some animals and birds live on the trees only, isn't it? Birds build their nest on the trees. In that nest only birds live. Some insects also lives on the tree. Some animal like monkey also lives on the branches of the trees. Then snake make a hole on the tree and it lives in that. See here, I will show you. See in this picture you can see. So here you can find that animals, the cows are eating, grazing the grass. So here monkey is sitting on the tree, and you can find the birds are build their nest and they are living inside the nest, and so one bird is eating the fruits, and here snake is living in the hole, isn't it? So animals and birds need plants and trees for food and shelter. Shelter means a place to stay, living. So birds lives on the trees only. It builds their nest on the trees and they live in the that nest only. Some animals also lives on the trees. So for food and shelter, animals also need plants and trees. So we human beings have become selfish children nowadays. We are all cutting all the trees and we are destroying the forest. We are not thinking that we are destroying our life ourselves. So that's why children, plants and trees is not only belongs for us children, it also belongs for animals and birds. They are also depending on, and even birds and animals also depends on plants for food and shelter. So we should not cut the trees, we should not destroy the children, we should save the forest, we should not destroy the forest, we should grow more and more trees children. Because what are the things we are using in our daily life? We are all getting that from plants and trees. So for that purpose we have to grow more and more plants and trees. We should save forest children. So it is not belonging for only for humans, isn't it? So even birds and animals also need plants and trees for food and shelter. For that purpose we have to save forest, we have to grow more and more trees. Because our life is depending on plants and trees only children. If there is no plants and trees children, we can't live or we can't survive. Because all the things, whatever food we eat and other things we also get from plants and trees only. And what we are breathing, that air, that also we get from plants and trees only. For that purpose children, we should not cut the trees, we should not destroy the trees. It is our duty, responsible that we should plant more and more plants and trees. We should save the forest, we should save trees and plants. Okay children, next. So there is textbook activity children, we will do this one. Okay. So open the page number 42. Open the page number 42. So I already told you many plants are used as a medicinal plants. So here there is one math of following. So in here they have given one question. Which plants in your house are used for medicine? Know from your elders. Write the names of 5 such plants. So I already told you which plants we use as a medicines. From which plants we prepare medicines. Already told you neem, lemon, tulsi, mint, ginger, turmeric, etc. etc. So in your house, which plants were used to prepare a medicine? Ask your elders and write in the space. Okay, next. So which plant is used for which diseases? Ask your elders and know. Discuss with your friends. So which plant is used for which diseases? Like already told you. So for tulsi, isn't it, pepper, we used to make a kashaya for cough, cold, isn't it like that? Which plants used for which diseases? You ask your parents and elders. Diseases means kind. So here is one match of following word given. So you have to match. So here the things what we get from plants are given here. For what purpose we use this? Given in this set. So you have to match, draw the line. So here in this side they have given banana fruit, banana leaf, rope, flower, tulsi. So here you have to match for the perfect thing. Okay. So banana, we use banana for eating. After a meal we should eat banana because our digestion process will be good. Okay. Next, this is a banana leaf. So for what purpose we use banana leaves children? So we use banana leaves to serve a meal, isn't it? Or serve a food. So ಬಾಳೆಎಲೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಊಟ ಬಡಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಊಟ ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Then rope. Why we need a rope? In this picture to draw a water from the well. So ಬಾವಿಯಿಂದ ನೀರು ಸೇದೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಏನು ಪಾಟ್ಗೆ ಅದು ರೋಪ್ನ ಟೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ವಾಟರ್ಗೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡ್ರಾ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. So then to tie the domestic animals like cow, buffaloes, ox, we use this ropes, isn't it? So here to draw water from the well. So ಬಾವಿಯಿಂದ ನೀರು ಸೇದೋಕ್ಕೆ rope match ಮಾಡಿ. Then flower. Why we use flower in this picture? For decoration or to wearing on our head. So if you see a bride is madhuve nimina. So they will decorate his hairs on from a jasmine or some other flower, isn't it? So madhuve ಗೆ ಜಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. So hair ಗೆ so ಏನು ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹಾರ ಅಥವಾ ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುಗ್ಗಿನ ಜಡೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. So for that purpose we use. Okay. So a tulsi to treat cough, cold. ಇದರ ತುಳಸಿನ ಕೆಮ್ಮು ನೆಗಡಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ. Next, so there is one small activity, last activity is there. Open the page number 44. There is a plant in this middle of the circle. A few things that are obtained from plants are drawn around the circle. Draw lines and match the things that we get only from plants. So here children, so in a circle, inside the circle there is one tree. Okay, so there is one tree and plants and trees. So around the circle there are so many things were given. So which things we get from plants we have to match. So there are so many things around this circle. So which things we obtain or we get from plants and trees we have to match. So let's start. This is your homework activity. You have to do it yourself. Few things I will tell you, explain. So first we start from here. So these leaves we get from plants, isn't it? So these leaves we get from plants and trees. So you have to match. Do we get pen from plants? No, it is wrong. Then fruit. Yes, we get from plants and trees. So do we get house from plants and trees? No. But we don't get house from plants. But the materials which we use to construct a house, like wood to make a furniture, we need a wood. That wood we get from plants. We won't get house directly from the plant, but the materials which we use to construct a house like wood, we get from that plant. Okay. Then gum. Yes, so gum is prepared by using rubber. Okay. So gum is made from rubber plant. So gum also we get from a rubber plant. By using rubber plant we make a gum. Paper. So yes, paper is also made from plants and trees only. Okay, from taking different parts of a plant, they will make a paper. Ball, do we get ball from plants and trees? No. Bell? No. Then banana leaf? Yes, we get from plants and banana plant. Then mango? Yes, it is a fruit we get from trees. Pot? Do we get pot from plant or trees? No, it is wrong. So vegetable, it is a radish, it is a vegetable. Yes, we get vegetable from plants and trees. Glass? No. Then spectacles? No. Flower? Yes. Again, you have to match. So below that, something is given here, children, some sentence. We get grains. You all know what are the things we get from plants and trees. So here they have given you. We get grains, vegetables, fruits, flowers, coir, medicine, wood to construct houses. I already told you. If you want to construct a house like windows, doors, and if you want to make a furniture, we get wood. So we need wood, and that wood we get from plants and trees. Okay. Then manure, etc. Manure means gopala, etc. from plants. So plants provide food and place, that means shelter for whom? Plants provide food and shelter for animals and birds, etc. Isn't it? So all these things, what are I told you, children, fruits, vegetables, pulses, green leaves, spices, nuts, oil, medicines, coir, fiber, wood to construct a house, firewood, manure, rubber, gum, paper, etc. etc. All these things we get from plants and trees only. So that's why our life. So we are depending on plants and trees. Understood, children? So we are depending on plants and trees in our daily life. So that's why, children, we should not cut the trees. Not only we, children, even plants, animals and birds also need plants and trees. For what purpose? ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮರ ಬೇಕು, ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ನಿಂತಿರೋದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ನಾವು ಜೀವನ ಡೈಲಿ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಆ ವಸ್ತುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೀಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್, ಬರೀ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? ಆಹಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಥಳ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಮರದ ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಮರದಲ್ಲೇ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಹಾರ. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಬರೀ ಗಿಡ ಅಥವಾ ಗಿಡದಿಂದ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಆಹಾರ ಪದಾರ್ಥಗಳು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಸಹ, ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಆಹಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಥಳ, ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಥಳಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಗಿಡ ಮರ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಟ್ ದ plants and trees. We should save, we should grow more and more plants and trees because our life is depending on plants. Okay, so this is about the lesson. We are for you. So So plants and trees always tells that we are for you, but what we are human beings are become selfish. Plants and trees gives many things for us, but what we are giving in return, children, we are just cutting the plants and trees and destroying. That is not good, children. So we should grow. So we get so many things from plants and trees. So just what the plants and trees need from us, drop of water, isn't it? Water, and we should take care of the plants and trees. We should grow more and more trees. We should save our environment. We should save forest. Okay, children. So this is about the lesson we are for you. So in the next class, I am going to start a new lesson. Till then, what the things I taught in this lesson, open your textbook and go through once again from starting. I hope you enjoyed the class. You understood the importance and need of plants and trees in our life. I hope from today onwards you will grow more and more plants and trees in your surrounding or in your backyards, and you will put water for it. Okay, see you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Stay at home. Be safe, children.